So I was working in a session, finishing up a contract I was doing in the sports sector, which I love. Anything to do with sport, I will try to grow and support. But our facilitator, who was remarkable by the way, wanted to get us to that place of trust, creativity, and flow. He asked the group to share a story from their childhood about sport, good or bad. People around the table had some pretty powerful stories. My turn came and I talked about this trip I got to go on when I was 9 or 10 years old. It was called Kids Explore. And it was myself along with maybe 100 other res kids from across the province. Our families had to provide us spending and food money, but everything else was paid for. So we got to have dinner with pro football players, attend an NHL game, visit landmarks, museums, everything to do with the big city experience. But the moment I never forgot was watching the NBA's Vancouver Grizzlies play the Philadelphia 76ers from the media box. Allen Iverson was tearing it up, and we were down in the third quarter. I see Mike Bibby pull up for a long three and drain it. The announcer booms his name as it appears on the Jumbotron, a moment that 10-year-old kid who loved basketball would never forget. I was too young for the Jordan era. See, I actually wanted to be like Mike Bibby. So back in this meeting, I'm getting emotional. I tell the group, sport was never a tough, scary place for me. Rather, it was a place for me to see what was possible. So I come in for the next day of the session and a colleague in there has a present for me. Keep in mind, I've never met some of these people offline in real life. She said, "After you told that story, I knew this belonged with you." And she gave me this signed Mike Bibby jersey. The reason why I tell you this story is because there may be times where you think your story doesn't matter. I'm here to tell you it does. There's something in you that speaks to the people who are like you, who are inspired by you, who need you. And I hope you will share that story with the world because we never know how meaningful it could be.